Hooray! Alright, 4 cunning, and 2 for difficulty. Alright, no advantage, no threat, but that is a success. So a net 1 success. That being said, you see he actually has a second lightsaber on his belt.
Single blade, double blade, long hilt, short hilt.
It's very old looking. It doesn't have the same kind of round design as the standard lightsaber. It's more square in shape, but you recognize it as a lightsaber, possibly from the Old Republic.
Understood.
Alright. So, he takes his helmet, puts it back on. Any plans you've got, I'm more than open to. Else, I'm storming the front with these droids.
Well, that doesn't seem like that would work very well.
We got a couple of spare blasters as well. 1 or 2 suits of that lamellar emanate crap that they wear.
Is there a time limit on this mission?
How long till we don't die?
Right.
My suggestion would be... I'm sorry, go ahead. My suggestion would be let me sneak to their base, gather any more information, come back, report, then come up with a plan. Hold tight until then.
Alright then. All in favor?
I'm good with that.
It seems sound.
Alright. Can you fit your can you fit your head into one of these? He grabs a there's a pile of assorted armor bits in the corner. He grabs a stormtrooper helmet from it and tosses it to the Bothan character.
He says his name is Lusk.
Lusk? Okay. Let me write that down somewhere. Would help if it wasn't black text.
I do have Bothan head and infiltration gear. Would the stormtrooper helmet actually be of use or even fit?
Bothans do have a strange fit head. The only reason Zephyr fits into a normal one is because he appears to be half human. So most likely it would be very uncomfortable.
I'm going to pass on the stormtrooper on the bucket.
So
And
how
then
many
look at
how
him
many helmets
slightly
was it?
confused and insulted.
There's a few helmets and at least enough for about 4 suits of armor. If you want to wear laminate.
Can I wear the armor over the infiltration suit and it still be useful?
Probably not. I'm assuming the infiltration suit is probably going to be using a lot of visual manipulation style stuff, so covering it with something else would ruin that effect.
I could wear it, couldn't I?
Oh yeah, you can wear it. I mean, as long as you're not wearing something that's going to be projecting visuals, you should be fine. The infiltration suit, I'm assuming, either works on being a stealth suit or something along those lines, so it would most likely not be able to be worn under something.
What it says on my sheet is just infiltration suits plus 1 soak.
Then it actually is a suit of armor, so you wouldn't be able to wear another suit of armor with it.
I will take a blaster, and I will then head out and see what I can find.
Alright, it is a standard Stormtrooper blaster. It does 9 damage on hit. It's a heavy weapon, so that's the one you're using for it. If you need more information, I will let you know.
I look to the rest of the group for any signals that they want to tell me before I go.
Don't get shot.
Yeah, don't get shot, kid.
That's great advice. I hope you don't get shot too. And I head out the door.
Alright.
We'll see you upon your return.
Oh, Zephyr, it occurs to him. Take one of the speeders from outside. There are a few speeders parked out in order to traverse the brush with more ease.
Do I have any idea where the other base is or how far it is?
You have seen the map of where it is. There also appears to be a trail kind of marked out for how to get there. That was on the map. If you have a data pad of any sort, you could upload that information.
One question.
Yes.
Did he go alone?
As far as we know, he went alone, unless he asked for help.
Okay. I shall return in a few minutes.
I grab one of the speeders. I do not take what I saw as the path. I take one of the side roads and I go slow to the other base.
All right.
Being careful for looking for other enemies and cameras.
All right. The stormtrooper patrols, you are aware from the picture that they seem to have two, and that seems to be the case as you're going through the area. They don't seem to have very many patrols through the wooded area, most likely because of the difficulty of the terrain. They wouldn't assume anyone was making it there on foot, and speeders can be loud at times. Yours is doing fairly okay in staying hidden, as you are trained in those kinds of things. You know how to keep an appropriate distance. And there are, as mentioned before, small windows in the front of the base. They don't appear to have anybody directly behind them, but they don't appear to lead into like a small room or anything. You can see very much into the base through those windows.
What is the height of the walls?
They are roughly about average height. It's a one-story building, so 10 to 12 feet tall. That's probably a little high, but you get what I mean. It's a one-story building.
I stay in cover and watch the base I'm going to watch the base for about 30 minutes, then head back.
Okay. While everybody else is waiting, are there any additional plans that want to be made? Anything like that?
I imagine I'd probably want to be going over any sort of routines they have. Anywhere they... if they do... what do you call it? If they do take prisoners here, where they take them. Like, even just what entrance they go in. Small details like that.
From Zephyr, he doesn't recall them having taken any prisoners so far. Granted, they've, like Zephyr and the base, have had very few actual human members for some time. They've been trying to rely on these old battle droids for a bit, because getting more people past that blockade is incredibly difficult. So they've more or less been stranded and dealing with what they can. There may be prisoners of one or two from when they attempted to attack this one base, but it's debatable at best. Again, they largely have been being picked off while they're at extreme distance from the base. So somebody inside is a very good shot.
Then perhaps once our friend is back with his reconnaissance information, we should likely think about a way to get in that involves not being shot.
All right.
I know. Practical concept. It's a strange one. But, let's see. We've got how many of these suits of stormtrooper armor?
We got 4 laying around that are in at least enough working condition, which he
4?
kicks the pile.
Certainly enough to fool a sentry.
Speaking
Polished it up a bit.
Speaking of Lusk, you notice an individual through one of those windows who is not wearing stormtrooper armor.
Height, weight, disposition, and any weapon.
Best you could tell from the distance, medium build. It's difficult to say. They're wearing heavy armor similar to Zephyr. They have a very big rifle. It appears to be heavily modded, but you can't tell much more from your distance.
Is he in the sniper hole?
Yes. That is where you're seeing them through.
I try and be in better cover and continue to watch.
Okay, do you have a comm link on you?
I do not.
Alright. Your speeder's... Sorry?
I do have a utility belt, but I don't see anything about communicator on that.
Utility belt increases your encumbrance rating. It lets you carry more stuff. Your speeder bike's comm link opens up. It says, hello there.
Does it sound like any of the people in the base? The people I was just with, the rebel pit?
It does not sound like any of the people you were with previously, and the sniper appears to be looking at you.
I wave politely.
They wave back.
I slowly walk away.
Good idea. Is what comes through your comm.
I take the speeder back to the base path again.
All right. So he returns to base with whatever news he'd like to share.
They got a sniper and he has good eyes.
Probably the person who's been picking us out so far. Did you get a holocron? Which would be the equivalent of... It would be the equivalent of taking a picture.
I did not take any pictures.
All right.
I did send watch their base until I was spotted by him.
Now remember, those points, the light force and dark points, you can use those to add Ex Machina story bits if you would like. So like, yeah, I totally took a holocron. Shifty eyes. And so long as it's not outrageous enough, I'm totally fine with it. Which is kind of one thing I like about this system. You can Ex Machina things as a player.
Okay, out of character, do you guys want me Ex Machina?
Sure, why not?
I'm assuming this is going to be useful to us, so I'm going to go with yes.
Alright. I'm only telling you the first few times. I'll assume eventually people will learn. Alright.
We appreciate it.
We're all new to this too, as far as I can tell.
So Lusk, you were able to grab a quick holocron with your communications device on the speeder. It was detachable, so you were able to take it with you off of you. So now you actually have a communication device.
Hooray!
To which you can show everybody. And Simo, as you are a nice, glorious member of the criminal underworld with your possibly ill-gotten ship, we're not sure, you do recognize this individual as a bounty hunter. Shadow Wolf Simo is your character, according to the characters thing I have here.
Shadow, are you here? I don't think he's here.
Where'd you go, dude? Hello?
Maybe he's using the power of reading.
Maybe he went to the bathroom.
Alright, I'm going to then assign this this knowledge to our other character, who is not the Bothan, whose name is, I'm assuming, Melee, if this is to be believed, or if that's or is that the character you'll have next week when things are working. Alright. So, Malai, you recognize this as a bounty hunter.
I have returned. What I'm.
Oh, I didn't know you were gone.
You knew something, then you forgot it, and someone else knew it.
Shadow Wolf's the one who's played before, right?
Nobody has played before.
Oh, okay. I thought someone had, but the rest of us hadn't. Sorry, I was gonna say if it was Shadow Wolf, then maybe he'd be better to do it over me because he'd know what he was doing.
No, none of us know
anyway.
what we're doing.
Lels
Yay.
took a holocron of an individual that he saw at the base. He's brought it back. It appears to be a bounty hunter you're aware of.
Oh, you mean he picked them up?
Got a holocron of it, so a holographic picture of this individual through a sniper hole.
Okay.
This particular bounty hunter is known as Mad Matt. They are well known for their shot, and it's believed they're probably a Rhodian, but nobody has seen them without the helmet in order to verify this.
All right, let me understand this. All of us are in the place except are all of us in the building, or are we outside?
You're currently all in the building right now.
And the hologram is outside.
The holocron is on Lelsk's communication device. He snapped a
Okay.
picture and brought it back.
Dude took a photo and brought it back to our little crappy outpost.
Gotcha.
Our little shit shack in the woods.
Yes.
All right, so what are we trying to do? We figured out who it is, right?
Yes.
That's as far as we've gotten.
Okay.
I was in cover, and I've been trained to stay in cover. And he spotted me and turned the communicator on the speeder. I don't think a frontal assault will work, and I don't think hiding around will work.
Then perhaps we'll have to resort to a distraction and some subterfuge.
I volunteer not me.
It's the not me play game.
I could probably deflect a few of his shots with my lightsaber. From there, I could possibly cause a distraction with the droids if you guys want to find another entrance.
I was thinking the battle droids, yes.
Yeah, start running.
How many speeders do we have, and do we have any explosives?
Do we have explosives? I'm gonna say presumably there's a few. Most of them have probably been used in previous raids, either one way or the other. And there's a few left, possibly enough to blow a hole in a wall. But you'd need to get close enough.
I asked the group if they have any other information on the sniper. The Mad Max.
Can I roll for that? As far as me being a smuggler, I may have seen him in path.
Sure. What are these checks called? I think it's intelligence. There are knowledge skills. I want it in Underworld.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll for me because apparently my character sheet all of a sudden decided to clear.
You can use the one in the character builder if you need to. What is your
So
character?
basic 2 green does what exactly for a roll?
Yeah, what's your intelligence?
Where would that be?
It is one of your base stats. Or intellect, sorry.
One.
You have 1 for intellect?
No, 1 second. I'm looking.
Oh, okay. You're humans, you probably have at least 2. And I'm going to say it's a difficulty 1.
Let's. Intellect is 2.
Okay. And there's a specific skill for Underworld.
Oh, you mean that it actually says Underworld?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It has what? 2 dice? 2 green?
Yep, that would be from your intelligence. If you have no yellow, then you don't have any ranks in it. Alright then. And a roll. 3 successes and an advantage. Alright, so you can spend that advantage if you would like on anything that you have that uses advantage, but the major bit that you know is Mad Matt has been rising in popularity recently. And you had heard that they may have taken a contract for the Empire. You're not sure the conditions of said contract, but you are aware of it.
All right, who's the closest person next?
Next to you, you're in a room with 5 other people.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna yell it in front of them unless this holo thing can't hear me.
It's a picture.
Yeah.
It's a photograph.
Well, you never know, you know.
the photo.
I'm clearing up this
This is
thing.
not Harry Potter.
People don't know what the fuck a holocron is. Nobody does. It's a goddamn picture.
All right, I tell them what I know.
All right. So the group is now made aware of Mad Matt's reputation. The potential Rhodian, we don't know.
Will he take a bribe? I asked that.
Possibly. It would have to be worth their while.
Okay, from a different perspective, would he take a physical bribe?
Who are you trying to physically bribe?
I am a Voltron, which are very, very based on sex and sexual things.
Oh,
Voltron.
can you spell that for me?
I'd like to imagine it spelled Voltron.
No, not out loud. Good God.
She's just the whole thing. She's just Voltron. She's been 5 robots put together, freakishly tall the whole time. We had Voltron this whole time.
How did we get her in the room?
Maybe nobody has seen Mad Matt without their armor. So again, they're believed to be a Rhodian based on their skill level, but nobody's seen them without the armor to know sexual preferences or anything along those lines. Oh, Zeltron.
There was no B in there, people.
I liked it better when Voltron was in the party.
Voltron appears and disappears in a second.
I'm not feeling the love.
What are we supposed to do?
They are a near-human species made physically distinctive by their skin and hair, which comes in different shades of red, ranging from pink to deep red to black. Most of them are considered highly attractive by human, near-human, and even some non-humanoid standards. They are also known for being extremely gullible.
So wait a minute, are they male or female?
The Zeltron?
All of the above. It's a random species.
Probably both.
Oh,
Or are we talking about Mad Matt?
Mad Matt.
No one's seen Mad Matt without the armor. It's assumed that they're male, but nobody
Okay.
knows.
And I assume the Voltron is what?
You're asking me what exactly? What the character's sexual preference is?
No, what is your sex? I'm just trying to get a feel for the characters. I'm trying to get to know them. I obviously
Female.
I'm looking at you guys. Okay.
Female Voltron, okay.
Not a Voltron!
So instead of cats, you have other things that are in 5 pieces.
It's a Voltron made of attractive women.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a cheerleader pyramid.
I'm gonna just put my head right down on my desk here.
All right, okay. So,
Seems like it's gonna be spending a lot of time here.
all right, so Melee, it's unsure. They may take a physical bribe, but for the most part, they've been seen taking very high credit value bounties instead of what's easy. Though how they came into this Imperial contract, it's unsure.
Are there any flashbangs, or does anyone know how to make a flashbang?
I'm going to assume no, because I don't think I saw flashbang grenades in the inventory stuff, but I can double check. Equipment, gear. Actually, it might be a weapon. I guess a grenade.
Well, what would be to make a flashbang be under?
Probably some level of mechanics.
I got it. Green and yellow on a 1.
All right, so you got one
You'd like to
skill.
double check.
You can try to convert a grenade into a flashbang. You might have the materials for it.
Why not?
What I'm thinking is he has not taken off the helmet. At the very least, he probably has some kind of targeting sensor on there. If we can blind that, blow a hole in the side, we can get in, and that limits the sniper abilities.
All right. Let's try to switch a grenade to a flashbang and then toss it over to the guy that made the idea.
I have a plasma charge.
And then I looked at what that was.
Let's pick a weapon. I just randomly and apparently it's an explosive.
Plasma. It's like, I went to go and pick a weapon. I chose one grenade.
I don't know what any of this stuff is. Please bring Star Wars like this year, so sorry.
It's okay. I don't know what half of it is either, so.
And I own 5 lightsabers.
We are going to become veterans together.
Yay!
And we'll have people coming in and out.
Die.
I got 4 different kinds of grenade here. There's missile tubes, frag grenades, stun grenades, and thermal detonators. But thermal detonators are very expensive, so you probably don't have any.
I would assume stun grenades would be the easiest to switch over.
They have Disorient 3, which means they're probably similar to a flashbang.
That is what you're looking for.
Let's go.
Yes.
There are a few stun grenades that you have available
Oh, well, there you go.
without making rolls. I'd say you've got, they're fairly cheap, 2 and 3 actual frags.
Okay, toss them over to the which one was it?
The person with the best ranged light might be the best choice, since that is the skill used to toss them.
Okay, toss him to deck.
What?
He's the one that came up with the idea. I'm handing him to you so you can do that. You wanted to use him, right?
My plan right now is to put them on the speeder bike, aim them at the building, and hope for the best.
I love this plan.
All right.
There we go.
Now, what would it take to put that on the bike?
Jury rigging it on, so I would just allow it.
So I guess we'll all do it and put them on each speeder bike that we need.
One frag has a decent blast radius. If you're gonna punch through a wall, you'd probably need all 3 and the bike going off to punch through.
And the bike with the explosives cannot be the first one.
Yep.
And we need to hide them somehow, or make the other bikes look like they have shit on them too.
Okay, is there enough stuff to do that?
Well, you could strap battle droid pieces to them. It's only limited by your imagination.
I don't have jury rigging or any kind of mechanics, so I'm looking at the group going, can anyone do this?
All right, I have mechanics, and I do not have jury rigging though.
Jury rigging is not a skill. It is a special thing for the mechanic class. It adds to weapons and armor. I was using it as the actual term of jury rigging. It's probably a mechanics, but I would just allow you to duct tape grenades to a goddamn speeder bike.
All right.
You have adhesives? Let's do it.
I figure if he's been duct tape patching up all the suits, there's probably something around to fix it.
Yep. Yeah.
How far away was I when the sniper spotted me? Or when he messaged me?
Got it. You were at, in terms of the range increments, you were at long range. So the third range increment. There's engaged, which is right up hand to hand, short range, medium range, long range, and extreme range. You were probably about long range, and they noticed you very easily.